I got a lot of discipline, but 25-year-old with them big cans and that peanut butter skin.
Story time for y'all. One time I was in the military, right? They said, oh, everybody that's not a sergeant, get out. I'm like, what's about to happen here? What's going on? They all look at me. I'm like, this is a her too allegation, not me too. This is her too. Once Mrs. Dixon was no longer useful to Taylor, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her, reads a portion of the lawsuit. And she's basically using Joy's playbook.
Can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, fucking money. You're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't because women this and men this, you're moving forward with this person.
Everyone's personal life is for the internet except Ocho Lady cheated. We talked about that. Damn, I don't know who did that. Travis girl went on LBJ jersey and all, and he talked about that. Now we got F off, address the elephant in the room. You're trending on Twitter. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Guys, the news of the day, absolutely, it doesn't. What y'all want me to say?
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So there's nothing.
I don't for 1 second believe Shannon wasn't part of those FS1 freak offs. I'm just saying, I think he might have not been like what Skip was alleged doing. I don't think he was doing that, but I don't really think Skip was actually doing it. I think the girl got fired. Now she's trying to get her come up because she's using Joy Reid's play that Joy Reid said she was gonna do. Hey yo, if anything happens, after I'm using all my sexual appeal and stuff like that, they try to fire me. I'm gonna put a lawsuit against them. That's what Joy Reid said, and now the lady is doing the same thing. I'm the same. Joy Reid gave her the script. Hey, you get fired, do this to get your money. Like, come on now, that's the easy play. But I know y'all want to see that daggone Jason Whitlock talking about that peanut butter skin. Let's go check it out. Let's go check it out.
This is 10 years ago. Joy Taylor's probably 25, 26 years old. You talking about, I mean, I got a lot of discipline, but 25-year-old with them big cans and that peanut butter skin who has nothing to say, at some point I'm going to lose respect and I'm gonna be like, well, the only thing she's got to offer is them big cans and that peanut butter skin. And so if I got to put up with this, I might as well enjoy them big cans. And so I said, no, I don't want to put myself in that position. And so
it takes a lot of discipline for a man to know, hey, yo, I'm in this position. I could get compromised. Let me get myself out of here. Story time for y'all. One time I was in the military, right? Real quick, if you like the content, like, share, subscribe. Help me out with the algorithm. Come on now. And if you have any critiques, I'm willing to take them. I'm trying to get better. And I was a new sergeant to a new unit. Not a new sergeant. I got some time about a sergeant, right? And I just came to a new unit, right, in the Marine Corps. And I'm like, okay, checking in. There's a female that comes in and she starts checking in at the same time with me. She's a PFC, I'm a sergeant. And so they say, hey, yo, give her a ride so I can check in together because she don't have a vehicle. I'm like, okay, right? So I'm driving her around. We go into places to check in, getting signatures on that check-in sheet. And then like one day she forgets it in my car. She comes to the office and say, hey, yo, Sergeant, can I go get something I forgot in your car? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I don't think anything of it because my first unit was an all-male unit, so no one ever thought about stuff like that, right? So after she leaves the office, they say, oh, everybody that's not a sergeant, get out. I'm like, what's about to happen here? What's going on? They all look at me. I'm like, they said, you hitting that? I'm like, hey, yo, no. What? No, I'm not touching that at all. I felt flabbergasted because some big can of peanut butter skin will F you up and F up your career. I'm just saying. I'm like, hey, yo, I'm staying away from that. I don't try to deal with military women, especially military women in my unit. I try to just like stick to talk to civilians at that time. That's what I was doing because I'm going to tell y'all the stories about me being in Japan because that was the unit I was before, but I'm not going to tell that right now. My wife could be listening, but we're not talking about that right now. I'm just saying, it takes some discipline to know, hey, yo, I'm in this position. let me not do nothing. Even if I can, let me leave it alone. Ignore the big cans. Ignore the peanut butter. I can't really saying this the whole time. I'm like, bro, someone need to get him some water because Buddy sound thirsty. His wife or someone need to get him a glass of water because I'm like, bro, you said big cans a lot. But like, for real though, as a guy, you need to learn, hey, yo, you in a situation that you could get compromised, that something could happen. You just, hey, yo, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just saying. This article is brought to y'all from the Daily Mail, and I'm like, this is a her too allegation, not me too. This is her too because me too is when someone actually did something against a female. Her too is when they claim something to get a lawsuit to get money. We're going to do the her too or the she too movement because something don't seem right. She was with them for us all these years, and then now after she gets fired, she's like, oh yeah, I want to sue them now. I'm like, if you wait 3 years to go to sue someone, I'm like, okay, I can understand. But if you waiting 5, 10 years, like we need, like, come on, we need to draw a line where like these females can't do that because this don't seem right at all. Like you can't just say, oh, my employer did this a couple years after you get fired and stuff like that. I'm just saying that don't sound right at all. She got fired and now she's doing a she too or her too allegation because I don't believe it at all. Because Joy Taylor said she was gonna use her sex appeal, and then if she gets fired, then or if something happened to her, then she will claim a Me Too against the whatever executive she will see with at the time, and that to me still sound right. So let's kind of read this article, right? Bayless's excuse of offering 1.5 million to Farrah. That don't sound right. Skip. I'm just saying that don't sound right. Like, while Dixon is accused of groping the stylist's buttocks, Taylor is alleged to have dismissed I don't know how to say her name, complaint about sexual harassment against Bayless and Dixon, telling the stylist to get over it. Daily Mail has reached out to the representative Farhaja Acho, Bayless, and Taylor for comment. I'm like, so it sounds like Joy Taylor was sleeping around trying to get promoted because she's from daggone Miami. She was like a radio host, like no one know her. And then she gets on this new show with Shannon Sharpe, Uncle Shay Shay, and Skip. I'm just saying, that's what happens basically, right? And you're like, who is this girl? She's cute, she's pretty, but she doesn't add anything else but cute to the thing. She don't add nothing to the conversation. You're not going there to watch her speak. You're going there for daggone Unc and daggone Skip until Skip effed up the whole show. Like he turned on Shannon and like he ruined the whole show. I used to watch that almost every day, especially like they was on point. But now this lady's taking that Joy Taylor playbook, saying Joy Taylor said, if anything happened, I'm gonna do a Me Too movement, and that's what she do. Do you think that Skip is offered 1.5 million just for some cheeks? Because if he gives that money gonna be able to be tracked. Like that doesn't make sense to me. You're gonna offer 1.5 million. I'm not saying something happened or something didn't. I'm just saying it don't sound right, especially like 3, 5, 10 years after something happens, you get fired. Now you want to say, oh, this happened. I'm like, what? No, y'all can't be doing this, bro. If it might sound effed up, you might call me a victim blammer. You might say, oh, it takes time for them to no, bro. If something happens, you wait too long, you miss your chance. As effed up as it sounds, you're not getting justice. The person got away with it. If you don't go and, hey, yo, this person did this like yesterday. Or you say this person did this 10 years ago. What? Like, come on now. Do y'all believe her? Like, I think it's questionable. Skip offer 1.5 million. They're gonna track that. The IRS is gonna say, yo, why did you give her this money? Where did she get this money from? They're gonna start investigating that. Like, come on, that don't make no sense. I think she probably did some stuff. Now she regrets it because a lot of women would do that. They'll say, oh, it's great if I have regret about what I did, even if it was for money and consensual at the time. It just sounds like prostitution and how a lot of businesses, and especially when it comes to businesses where women are on TV, men are on TV, people are sleeping with people to get ahead. Look at the whole Diddy thing. All these, your favorite rapper was in a Diddy party getting like drugged and then getting a bad contract because he didn't want no one to know they was playing with his cheeks. I'm just saying this don't sound right. She could be telling the truth. I don't know, but I just say after 5-10 years, like, come on, man. Like, no, it's basically saying no response. Once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to Taylor, she would follow. See, yeah, this is where the part I'm talking about. Once Mrs. Dixon was no longer useful to Taylor, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her, reads a portion of the lawsuit. And she's basically using Joy's playbook. Like, no one's understanding that. Like, yo, you said that Joy said that she would do this, and now you're doing the thing that you said that she said that she would. Like, okay, I might be being a little crazy. I might be being a little hyped up, but come on, this don't sound right to me at all. This sounds a little too sketchy. This sounds like, I'll come up, she's trying to get that bag, and if she gets that bag, she gets that bag. Who's gonna be hating on that? That's all I got for y'all for today, bro. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you like the content. If you want me to do, get more detail, get more information about this, let me know, and I'll post more stuff for us to talk about. Let's go. Ayo, I'm out.
And we're out of here like a screaming herd of turtles.